Ohio! Ohio! Oh, shit. Camera. That would help. Perfect intro! Perfect intro. Once again, I never miss. It's immaculate how I do this. Hey everyone, welcome back. Another stream tonight. I hear myself. Good. Alright, so, how's everyone doing? Hope everyone's having a nice Thursday, or for most people, it's probably a Friday now. My day's been going pretty good. Got a lot of stuff done today. Productive. Got a good workout. And now we are here for One Piece, because apparently they decided to actually get it out on Thursday today. So, that's pretty neat. That's pretty cool. As predicted, we do have a chapter today. I'm not too sure for the schedule-wise if we're actually going to get a chapter the last weeks or so of December. Like, are we going to get one the 26th? Or let's say maybe around, like, the 30th? I'm not too sure. The past years have kind of been, like, some years we will get something, like, of an actual chapter, like, maybe for the non-official versions, or we'll get, like, Raws out, but that's about it. That's about it. So this could be, for all intents and purposes, right now, the last chapter of One Piece for 2025. It is chapter 1169. Okay. Yeah. So, what a long journey, and we still have more to come for our new year that will be coming soon enough. But, yeah, I figured as much that this flashback would definitely take us into the new year, at the bare minimum. I don't know if this is going to continue very far into the new year. Like, March, we're still in the flashback. I doubt that. Like, unless we're really going to expand upon, let's say, I don't know, like maybe we're going to expand upon Loki and his adventures out at sea at some point to go with against Shanks or whatever and that kind of stuff. Is there really much left? Because we're kind of now from where we last off last time with, King Harold being manipulated by Emu. Of course, we had a whole discussion over that. I also had a discussion with the guys at King of Lightning's channel. Go check that out for the Tier 3 discussion. I know he's having one tomorrow, so I will probably show up, but we'll see. There's a whole debate right now how people kind of view Harold, and, is he... One, is he a smart king? Two, is he a good king? Three, is he genuinely a good character for doing all this? And it's very mixed. It's very, very mixed right now for Harold's character. We discussed a little bit of it last time. We've had a break and, some analysis over this. All I'll say is that my opinions on Harold so far have changed a little, but it's nothing drastic. It's nothing to the point of, I think everything that he has done, his flow is impressive and should be commended. And there's nothing to be kind of like questionable about anything he has done for the sake of his people. Obviously, he is a amazing dude that wants nothing but peace and prosperity, and there's nothing wrong with that inherently. However, I still have issues with, the way he got here. I do think, like, there were many opportunities that he should have saw. Oh, yeah. Hi, by the way. Lucis? Hopefully I'm saying that right. Hernandez. I think, like, there were opportunities for sure Harold should have seen the writing on the wall, as it were, who he was making a deal with. That's just me. There are also stuff where it's like, how does he, like, not interact with Saul, or, like, kind of hear words of what's going on, with the world government. He's already seen a lot of atrocities being committed, but people are, I guess, saying that, well, yeah, most of the time, those atrocities are to, like, non-affiliate nations, so it's like GG. And then we get into the conversation of, well, he was going to try and change the system, so it's a changed argument from, he wants to bring peace to the giant people. Obviously, he wants to help people in general, but mainly bringing peace to the giant people. and that's to become a world government nation is the main goal and argument. But then all of a sudden, when we try to like say like, hey, how do you justify making your people okay when you're gonna do it through a means you think it's great, but at the same time it's with a system that's genuinely abusing and harming people, and it's like now all of a sudden when all your people are now going to become a problem to that, which I also think was very short-sighted on him as a king, not to like perceive like, hey, I'm going to turn myself into a slave. Bet all your people are now slave, by the way, by proxy. What? Why? Because you're a king. But again, seeing all like the things that the celestial dragons do and whatnot, it's like, did you really think that they wouldn't try and like do some shit? I get like, well, he's the king, he would be a god knight in theory, so they wouldn't try to, or like he would use his authority. But it's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I just feel like it's definitely stuff where I'm like, Harold, you should have been a lot smarter. You should have been a lot smarter and be dubious about this deal you were making. But again, that's here or there. I don't want to get into a whole discussion. I want to get into the One Piece chapter that we have before us, and then we'll have a little bit of discussion here and there for this chapter. And then, as I'm sure a lot of you guys probably also saw, tonight we are also going to be doing the JoJo's couple chapters of Part 8. Then we're also going to do just a little bit of the Greatest Estate. We are, unfortunately, doing a late stream today, so couldn't get to it earlier when I had the opportunity. Probably could have done more for JoJo's or Greatest Estate. Preferably JoJo's this time around. But nonetheless, I wanted to get something out today. Tomorrow was the original plan for One Piece. Again, we'll see. I'm probably going to go join the Tier 3 discussion over on Cole's YouTube and Twitch channel. So if you want to hear more about what I have to say about this chapter afterwards, you can go there. And depending on what we do, like how long that's going to be, maybe Dispatch, because again, the schedule is now changed because One Piece is out early. We might play Dispatch because I'm jonesing for some blonde blazer. I'm jonesing to be with my boy Robert right now. I'm digging Dispatch. Go play that if you haven't done it. If you can play it, of course. Yeah, I'm loving Dispatch. So maybe Dispatch. No guarantees on that. Again, there's not going to be a stream on Saturday. Sunday, we will be doing also the new read-throughs. We're going to be continuing Ichi the Witch. Obviously, Iruma-kun, we're going back to the scheduling. And then finally, we are now caught up to JJK. Go check out that last stream. It was great. It was fun. I had, stuff to comment on. I still do. And I am kind of like formulating something behind the scenes to kind of like do a discussion of sorts for JJK, or just, painting my broad opinions overall for JJK. Now it's wrapped up for me for the official, story. Kind of want to give more of my opinions on it and digest some information now that it's all said and done for my read-through. But we will be doing the JJK sequel, so I'm excited for that. And we will now be starting Gachi Koda. I'm looking forward to that. People have been saying this is a good series, and I hope so. I really do hope so, because so far out of the new gens, I'm liking, obviously, Danadon. I really am digging Kaiju number 8. I thought that was fucking fantastic. So, hey, let's see. Let's see if Gachi Koda can go 3 for 3. Let's see if they can go 3 for 3. But that's going to be Sunday. That'll be Sunday. And then next week is Christmas, the Christmas week. So we'll see what's going on with scheduling-wise there. I'm not going to make any guarantees on, like, certain days that we usually would do something, because it's going to be all over. People are going to be out celebrating, which I hope you guys are too. Which, I guess I'd say here, whether you celebrate Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever kind of holiday you want to celebrate around this time of the year, even if you don't celebrate anything, I want you guys to have a good time next week and into the new year. Please celebrate your hearts out. Be around people that genuinely care about you and treat you with respect. And spread the goodwill, whatever that is, for you to everyone around you. Because this is the time of year where it's easily overlooked and kind of can get brushed off. But we should always try to, like, do that year round would be ideal, of course. But this is the time of the year I feel like where, like, it's a lot easier to, like, remember that. And it hits home. It hits home. So hopefully everyone's going to have a good time next week. Celebrate. But also just remember to take care of one another. Okay? All right, so with that little thing out of the way, it's time. One Piece, baby. So, rules down there. The gist, don't spoil anything. You're going to have one chance for a timeout, and then the next time, you're going to get banned. If I'm locked in, which I'm going to be for JoJo's, note that if I'm not reading chat, it's not because of any particular reason. I'm just fucking locked in. That's pretty much it. But I will get to your comments, obviously, especially for discussions. And then 3, be respectful while you're in chat. Also, VOD, hi VOD gang, when you're commenting stuff in the comment section down below, which you already should be doing, make sure you're being respectful there, too. Okay, so, like the stream, everyone. Comment later on when you're done. And make sure to subscribe. We're getting pretty far, and I like that. I like that. For what I envision, we're getting pretty far. Like, we're moving. We're moving and shaking. Now, as always, TCB Scan is where we're reading today. They actually got it out on time. So, in chat, here you guys go. Gonna keep it pinned. VOD Gang users, it's already in the description down below, so you can go use it there. And here we go. We have a color page for this week. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. We have a weekly magazine cover page. Excuse me. So it's like stain art, or stain art. It's stained glass art of the current hitters. So of course, Luffy in the center, because One Piece is, you know, listen, whether your opinions on One Piece or what is whatever, One Piece is still like the prime mover of Shonen Jump right now, and manga. If you really wanted to say that, you can go that far. You really could go that far. And then when One Piece is gone, whew, that's a void. But you have Luffy in the front. Don't Know You. I think that's from JJK Mobulus, the sequel. We're gonna get to that. Don't know who that blonde guy is. Don't know who these 3 are in the corner. The blonde girl, the redheaded girl guy, maybe white hair kid. No idea. That guy with the cross is, I think, from Tokyo Revengers, a new manga. Don't know what that is. No idea what these guys in the corner next to the gun guy are. This guy looks like Iruma. Obviously, my boy Ichi. Go check out Ichi the Witch. Good series. No idea who the samurai chick is. The girl with the fan. Nope. Sakamoto Days is there. Again, haven't like really kept up or anything at all with Sakamoto Days. Also, the stained glass also reminds me of Kingdom Hearts, but maybe one day we'll get in Sakamoto Days. Then we have, I think, actually, I don't know who this girl is with the ball. There's the one comedy girl in the background, like with the weird face, and then there's a pink hair girl. Most of the stuff, no idea. No idea on who most of them are, but nonetheless, cool, very neat. Let's get into the chapter. What the fuck is this? Is this... Whoa! Hey! The Rocks Pirates? They get a color page after they're defeated? Damn! Whoa! Oh, that's cool. And I guess now official colors for some of them. So, of course, in the middle, we have Rocks. I think we've already seen his official color. The white and bluish black looks great. And his suit looks fucking awesome. He has a tiger. Taming the tiger. Yo, Captain John counting his money. Like, he's his right-hand man over here. Wait a minute. He was about to fucking leave, too. Hey, now. And, hey, prime Big Mom. In terms of, looks, something else. Strusen looking like he's gonna do something. Gloriosa, I really wanted to do something, but she's looking good. Silverax, how you doing, man? I hope you do more in the anime. Don Marlowe, may he not be forgotten. R.I.P. to the GOAT, the real one. Stussy, again, you know, she has claimed her fucking seat right there in Whitebeard's lap. Even though, like, the size difference. Whitebeard himself chewing on some grapes, looking like a Chad as always. Gazan, he has red hair? Really? He's got red hair. Shit. Okay. Yeah, I did not think that. The fucking Fishman, I forget his name, but like he didn't do anything. Yeah. Wang Yi in the background being a fucking prick. You know, ratting out the Rocks Pirates. Young Kaido, which I honestly, design wise, I think Young Kaido, and like there's like, depending on what you look at, This young Kaido going into like I guess like 30s Kaido when like he's about to go to Wong Country, I think that's like the best look Kaido has ever had. Like something about like his hair looking a lot more like flowing here, and then like the little bit of like hair on like his chin and starting to grow a mustache. I think that's the best look Kaido has. I'm gonna keep it a stack, man. That's like his best look. Older Kaido, I'm not really a fan of when it comes to his looks. And Shiki. Yo, Oda, why is Shiki in the background, man? Yo, Oda really does, I think, have a negative bias towards Shiki because he's the flying dude, you know, in a story about sailing and stuff, which he's made mention of. Like, listen, it's gotta be pirates on ships and whatnot, even though we have the Kure Burst and we have the Arc Maxim and we have other stuff too. It's like, but all of a sudden, Shiki is a problem, you know. Yo, give him more love, please. Please. Anyway, though, this is dope. This is really dope. Love this color spread. The Rocks Pirates. They almost won, man. They almost won. If it wasn't for the cohesion and Emu. Now, the first official page. So, we are back to Gabon's house, where we started the flashback with. 14 years ago, Gabon's house. In the realm of the sun. Right, this is, even though it's an elevated area, this is still considered the realm of the sun. Just before the fateful massacre. What? Captain Roger has a son? Wait, Gabon knows about Ace? Whoa, what the fuck? Seems like it. Garp told me about him the last time we crossed paths. The kid's done well to stay out of the Navy's clutches. Whoa, 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 whoa. Gabon ran into Garp? When the fuck did that happen? What the fuck? Gabon and Garp apparently have met post-execution of Roger? Didn't they say they had no idea? No, wait. I feel like when Rayleigh was introduced, I remember Garp said something like, I think they said when Rayleigh was introduced, Garp said like we might have known Rayleigh was spotted around the archipelago, but we never were for sure. It didn't matter though because it would require like a whole fucking like squad of Marines, maybe a fucking Buster Call. Honestly, at this point, it would have probably required a whole military force to try and go and get like Rayleigh at the archipelago. But they ran into Gabon at some point. What the fuck? Holy shit, okay. And this is how Shanks found out about Ace. Hold on. Yo, hold on. Wait. Oh, man, this actually might feed some theories. Not mine, but like theories that the fandom has had for a while. There's an idea that Shanks went to the East Blue. One, because apparently maybe that's where they got the Gum Gum fruit. All we know is that at some point he goes to get the Gum Gum fruit from a military Navy ship, world government ship, excuse me, that had Cypher Pole agents on it, including Who's Who. They were on a secret mission. We don't know who sent them out on a secret mission because it doesn't seem like the Gorosei knew, but they were out on a secret mission. They found a very rare fruit, aka which was the Gum Gum fruit, which they didn't know at the time, was the Nika fruit. Shanks and his crew got it. They stole it. And then they immediately went to the East Blue because apparently it was not too long after they took it, they went to the East Blue. So that's why some people theorized it's around the East Blue that they found the fruit. Why? How? No idea. But there's a sub-idea to that where Shanks, in the process of going after that fruit, knew Ace was in the East Blue and was going to go and find him because that's his captain's son. And there's a lot of ideas that Shanks knows a lot more than he's letting on about the Gum Gum fruit, mainly being Nika. And what does he plan to do with all of his knowledge? Was his plan and everything? The idea is that he was originally going to go find Ace, Roger's son, and give him the fruit. So this actually might feed some theories on that. But let me read a little bit more. But at least that dialogue right there is like, adds another potential layer to him going to the East Blue. Because, well, would Garp tell him the exact blue that he's at? He told Gabon, like, yeah, he's doing well, but would he tell him, like, where he's at? I don't know. It's kind of weird. But I guess maybe he would. Just before the Fateful Massacre, chapter 1169, I Have to Die Now. We don't know who that is. Wow. So I basically have a little brother out there, and he enjoys that news. True. You and Buggy were always like our sons. That's adorable. I like that. Who knows, with Captain Rogers' blood flowing through his veins, the kid might just become the king of the pirates of this new era. Could be. But then, Shanks, what do you want, man? What do you want to become, man? What is your end-all goal? You know the title has no hereditary factor, right? Yo, it's preach right there. Besides, most burdened with high expectations usually fail to reach the top. That's fair. Is that so? I think things are more interesting that way. Wahaha. Yo, Gabon really loved Wild Country. He modeled his whole house after Wild Country style. Love that idea. Meanwhile, in the Quest Castle of Elbaf, shit's going down. Oh, there's the ship. There's the ship that Loki came aboard with, and this is when they go into the castle. So we're doing this all over again. Jugga. Oh, it's Loki. I mean Prince Loki. He has returned. Elder Rule has arrived as well. Foyer of the audience of the chamber. Your Majesty, why did you do that? Damn. Did he already cut someone down? Fuck. He was just chaining you up as you ordered. Why did I cut him down? That soldier. My body is moving on its own. Is it because of those orders? I'm simply forced to snuff out anyone in my way. And then Emu. Mobilize the entire nation. Form a grand army of warriors. Could it really be impossible to disobey? Is it messing with my thoughts too? Will this last forever? I mean, if he told you you're going to be immortal, then probably. Then the country will suffer as long as I live. This body of mine is a walking hazard. It's been for nothing. It will all be for nothing. The last 144 years of my entire life. So we have a little bubble here of his entire journey and his hopes and wishes, his dreams. I have to die. I mean, again, you're immortal. I don't know what was the game plan. You men, you must kill me now. As if I'd ever let Elbaf become enslaved. Hurry, before I've been completely taken over, so he continues to just hack, slash, decapitate all of them. As he's saying, yeah, kill me. Again, that's a lot harder of a challenge than I feel like he's gonna give to these, like, guards, but hey. Your Majesty, what are you saying? Old man, I'm back. And then now we get back to the main fucking point of the thing. What the hell are you doing? Harold, it can't be. I truly am immortal. So he didn't believe them? He didn't believe the elders when they gave him the crest? Damn, he said, bet? Oh, sure. Sure, I'm immortal. Yeah. No, dude, what the fuck? You've seen a lot of weird shit in your travels. If they tell you that you're immortal, there's probably a good chance, man. It can't be. I really am immortal. And I'm going to regenerate. Stop this. All of you now need to run. Charging up a swing. Man fucking just mighty swings them away. How am I supposed to die now? Someone help me. Loki losing it. Same thing with Harul, just losing it. So at some point, Harold's sword is going to go through Ja Rule's head, and I'm going to guess it probably messes with his memory. Knowing Oda. I'll cut to the chase. Harold and I were both bound by the most shallow pact of the Holy Land to serve the individual they call the Great One. This is just the Shallow Sea Covenant contract, mind you. But even then, when we're in range, we cannot defy their order. Oh shit, so the Mark can do something. Oh, we had a debate on this. Yes, the Mark has power. It's not just a superficial, like, mark on the arm. If you are in range, so this one requires more range, or less, it has less range, so you have to be closer, but if they were to do anything close to Emu, even with the Shallow Covenant, there's a chance that Emu can actually take control of them. Okay, alrighty then. But even then, when we are in range, we cannot defy their orders. That's a curious power. So Gabon doesn't even know about this. Yeah, it meant we could only talk more plainly when we were away from the Holy Land. I knew it. You're from the Red Hair Pirates, aren't you? So the Red Hair Pirates are formed when he joined up with the Holy Knights, so they know that he was a pirate. I mean, he was probably still a rookie, so his name is probably not going around too much. Like, unlike Luffy, I don't know what Shanks was doing, but he's probably not going up against Enies Lobby, Cypher Pole, Marineford, Impel Down. Like, you know, active things that would probably get him a lot more recognition. Shanks is probably, like, keeping a low profile. But nonetheless, there had been words around where Harold, on his journey, has heard about the Red Hair Pirates, but maybe the Holy Land still hadn't heard that he actually has a pirate crew yet. Maybe, is the idea. Okay. Harold would probably be happy to join the Knights of the Gods if it helped Elbaf's membership bid, but if he agrees, he'd have to enter into a deeper covenant. And is that a problem? Yeah, it is. Yes, it is. The covenant of a full-fledged knight blesses them with the inhuman strength and immortality. They are also granted the ability to travel vast distances by means of an abyss pentagram. All right, we now have it like in full right there. In exchange, the Great One's voice can reach them anywhere. So disobedience becomes totally impossible even if you're far away. So that looks like Gabon, or not Gabon, that looks like Shamrocks. That looks like Shamrocks a little bit, but you get the gist. So that's the Deep Sea Covenant. I like the non-official words more. So that's the Deep Sea contract that he's talking about. You get all that shit when you get that that pact, that covenant. But then I wonder, does he know anything about the deep sea at this point? Harold would be fully under their thumb if he enters into the deeper. If he was entered into the deeper covenant, those guys have boundless appetite for greed. I can't see them just honoring their work. Yo, okay, guys, yo, come on now. How can a fucking young Shanks, though with his experience with the Roger Pirates, sure, his own little adventures before going towards the Holy Land, he's already ran into Blackbeard, who told to Whitebeard, Shanks said, listen, a man like that is never satisfied with anything. He's gonna climb to the top no matter what it takes. Shanks is good at reading stuff. I understand that, but like, come on now. If someone like this, like a young fucking Shanks, can put 2 and 2 together that the Celestial Dragons are greedy motherfuckers and they're not gonna honor their word, Yo, that's a whole fucking negative point in against Harold and support. Like, that was like speculation and stuff. Now it's like confirmation. Now it's confirmation. Like, yo, Shanks, a person who's been around them, A, just like Harold, but B, is smart enough to realize, like, yeah, they're not gonna honor their word. They're greedy motherfuckers. Hello, Harold. Come on now. Come on, dude. All right, it's a negative. That's a negative detractor. That is a negative detractor, man. That is absolutely a negative detractor against Harold. Like, come on, man. Like, again, Harold has a good mind. I understand that. He has wishful thinking, but that's super naive to be around them for, like, again, Harold's probably been around on the Holy Land before he got the Shallow Pact. I think it was around for them for like almost 20 years. And then more years after that to get the Deep Sea Covenant Pact. It's like, you know who they are. You know the Celestial Dragons. You know the world government. Even before all that, you saw them literally take people as slaves, gun them down, burn their island nation to the ground. But I still gotta join them because they're totally gonna keep their word. They're a people of honor. What is wrong with you? No, they're not. No, they are not gonna do that. Hey, Lupin, how's it going? Harold is probably the biggest idiot in One Piece. He's up there, man. He's up there. I would still say Gadatsu and, Luffy at times can be, like, negative IQ, but damn, Harold, like, yo. I mean, again, this is Shanks at, like, what, 14, 15, 16 years old? Yes, he's traveled with the Roger Pirates. He's seen a lot of shit. He probably, on his own travels, has also heard tales of the Celestial Dragons and their atrocities. Maybe he's even seen some of them. Then he goes to the Holy Land. Just like Harold, he spends a lot of time there, but he also goes back and forth. He goes out on missions so he can actually see stuff. Like, Harold has done those missions too. Yeah, you can say that's a good thing for his character, or, like, it's a deep thing for his character. Like, he's willing to do atrocities himself if it meant that his people will benefit from it. Like, that's a sad, tragic character. Fair enough, fine. But at the end of the day, if you're doing this for this group that enjoy the horrific nature of man's dark heart, what makes you think they're gonna keep their agreement? Like, hello? He figured that out. Shanks figured that out at this point. How could you not see that? I don't know. And what's worse, it goes back to what we argued about last time. He had Saul right there. I don't know why he didn't talk to Saul. Like, hey, you're a Vice Admiral Giant who was recruited, and you're not from Elbaf, and you were a big deal, but now you're not in the Marines anymore. Want to talk about why you're not in the Marines? Like, put two and two together. They talked a lot, so it's like, what? Why would you not ask that? Why would you not ask that? Like, come on, man. Oda pretty much wrote himself into a... Yeah, like, again, Oda does that. Oda does that with these kind of characters. Like, with Oden, like, to make tragedy, you kind of have, like, the pin ultimate moment for these characters in their flashbacks. You kind of have to write them dumb. Or just blissfully naive to really hope for the better. And I said this last time. When we get to the Joy Boy flashback, do not be surprised. Do not be surprised if Joy Boy is going to go out on a limb. He's going to say, hey, Imu, do you promise if I turn myself in, you just kill me and me alone, you'll end the war and you'll, like, come to a peaceful negotiation? Imu, oh, yeah, totally. Totally going to do that, Joy Boy. You kill yourself and I'm going to totally stop the war. I unfortunately, that's kind of like Oda's, like, go-to for this kind of stuff, and it like really is annoying. It's like, really, you're just gonna believe them. Anywho, Shanks is a fucking smart individual, I guess. I guess. Gabon. I really don't think Harold should join. Too late. And then hockey sparks or something's going on at the palace. Knock it off, old man. So Loki blocks his attack. What the hell is going on here? How are you even breathing after getting stabbed? Why are you trying to kill us? And where's all this newfound strength coming from? What's happened to you, Harold? Come back to your senses as he tries to unsheath his sword. All guards report to the throne room now. The king's gone mad. We have to stop him here. Right, I remember. The lore, quote lore, is that Loki killed like a bunch of giants here, is the tale. So there's a bunch of guards that do try to participate in trying to stop Harold, but they, I guess, all get fucking massacred. Did a fight really break out? I bet Loki's up to no good again. Let's hurry. We must aid our king. Ah, fools. Please explain yourself, Harold. What's happened to you? Elder Ja Rule. What have I done? It's unforgivable. Could have been avoided. I really do believe this could have all been avoided, but, you know. Shocked. My sanity is slipping away beyond my control. Please listen to me, Loki. Tell the people of Elbaf what happened here today. Nah, again, Ja Rule's gonna get the sword through his head. He's gonna forget about shit. Loki's gonna be blamed for all this because all the other soldiers are gonna get fucking massacred. Yada, yada, yada. Tell them about the guards that I've slain. Let them know that I've repeatedly stained my own hands, trying to make Elbaf a membered nation. Spread the word about how I was tricked and ended up in this miserable state. They wanted me to be enslaved and for our people as warriors for the government. What do you mean? How were you tricked? They never intended to honor their terms from the very start. No doy. No fucking doy. Again, I can't, man. I just, like, you don't need to be a smart motherfucker to know that people that love to genocide, enslave rare creatures, all of a sudden, a super strong rare creature says to them, hey, so my people aren't going to be slaves or anything, and we want a complete promise of negotiations and respect from the world government. You think they're gonna like that? What the fuck? No! No! A fucking Celestial Dragon was like, what nerve does this overgrown slave have to say about not being a slave anymore? Oh, I can't believe we're entertaining this. Meanwhile, Garling and everyone in the background, psst, we're not actually gonna give him anything. We're just trying to trick him. Oh, what a delicious scheme you have there, Saint Garling. Like, yeah, like, they're not gonna do that. They're not gonna honor their agreement, man. For shame, Harold. For shame. They never intended to honor my terms from the very start. My king, Elder Ja Rule. Loki must be the one to eat Elbaf's secret treasure. Oh, are we getting it? Are we getting the name drop now, or is it gonna be saved for after the flashback? Please, see to it. What? No one else can beat me with these godly powers. He fought rocks, man, and now he's buffed. It was never my dream to see Elbaf subjected by the government. I am the worst king in the history of Elbaf. Kind of are. You must kill me and take the throne, Loki. Not even considering Harjin, but I guess because he's out at sea. Let Elbaf know what a disgrace of a king I was. Please kill me and elevate yourself as a true hero. I don't care about how I'm remembered. The most important thing is, the only thing that matters, is securing Elbaf's future. Don't you see? I mean, that's the same mentality I feel like you had and what led to this. You go that far? And then Harold, he's having a whole fucking seizure moment. I'm counting on you, Loki. You're the only one who can make things right. Yeah, you guys are fucked. Oh, shit. Here we go. And then bada bing, bada boom, gets up, fucking powers through, I guess, Loki and Ja Rule, and just fucking absolutely knocks out a bunch of giants like it's nothing. Fucking, he did like a weird speed punch through them. Oh my god. Yeah, these guys are fucked up. There's a criminal roaming in the castle, sire. Seal the chamber doors right away, Your Majesty. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. I was like, wait, what? Who? Huh? There's a criminal roaming inside the castle. Sire, seal the chamber doors right away. Oh, so Emu's manipulating him to tell, hey, no one leaves this castle alive. AKA, he's gonna kill everyone here. Shit. What have you done? You're not the king, Harold, I knew. This guy fucking tries to, like, push a, like, glaive through his neck. Man just stands tall, like... Damn. Good effort, man. Good effort, but no dice. Indeed, the Herald we loved is gone. I am now the Great One's vessel. Yo, the fucking neck. Oh, God, like healing. And then again, punch, knocks him out. None of you will be allowed to escape. The truth of what happened here today shall die with you all. Everybody run, and then just boom, steps on this guy's head. I feel like his boot would be a lot bigger, but hey, whatever. And also, if this was a darker series, this guy's head is going splat like an egg. I shall deliver this country into the hands of Lord Emu. Loki, hurry up, go! Damn it, why do I have to eat the devil fruit? Doesn't this mean giving up the ability to swim forever? Why is the old man suddenly acting like he's a totally different person? You won't be eating that fruit, Loki. It's mine. Dude, could you imagine a hypothetical deep sea covenant herald plus the devil fruit? I mean, at that point, like, damn. Like, yo, I feel like you have a Yonko on that, on Emu's, like, crew, if you want to say that. You have, like, a fucking Yonko at that point. Like, you could, like, literally just go out of your way and be like, yep, so, like, we're gonna start clapping people. Whoo, shit, man. That's, like, the super dark timeline right there. Hey, Big Mom. Excuse me. I have a theory that the five elders don't have tattoos like the God Knights and Herald, but their yokai forms are a form of their pact with Emu. Ooh, that might be interesting. But, I mean, there is another pact, though. We do know that there is a third pact. There's a shallow, deep sea, deep sea. Again, I like using the scan translations, not the official translations. I like those names more. We know there's a third rank, so that third rank has to come in somehow. So it's like, who else would have it? It's probably the elders. Probably. But that's not a bad theory, too. That's not a bad theory. Anywho, you just told me to eat it, old man, remember? You can't eat it. Herald, it would end the world. And then slice from Ja Rule. This old man's doing his best. Hurry, Loki! No matter what happens, we can't let him have the hand. We can't let him lay a hand on it. Ah, there it is. There she is. There she is. Fucking Jesus! How are you alive? I mean, we know he's alive, but like, how are you alive? Like, good lord, you have a fucking sword. You have a sword. You have a sword piercing your goddamn skull, man. How are you alive? I know it's One Piece. Like, I get that. I get that. But, like, damn. Really? Okay, so yeah. I mean, we knew this was gonna happen though. We knew. So Elder Ja Rule takes one to the head. I'm afraid I must return the legendary sword you gave to me long ago. What the fuck? Where is this lore coming from? Where is this lore coming from? We've had nothing. Legendary sword? Where's the hammer? Where's hammer time? Where is the hammer? Where is Ragnir? Is it in the treasure? It has to be in the treasury room, but like, how do they have a legendary hammer and they have a legendary sword? What the fuck are we talking about? Is that like what? One of like the 12 supreme great swords? We'll look at it afterwards. What the fuck? I'm going to have to return the legendary sword you gave to me long ago. What the fuck is that? Since when? Since when was this a legendary sword? Like the sword that's in Elbaf, like, you know, that's actually in the tree. Sure, that's a legendary sword. That's probably the legendary sword of Nika. The fuck? Ja Rule remains strong. He's only 394. Yeah, true. He's a spring chicken, right? Good God. And remember, Ida said Harjin's gonna not only be the king of the giants one day, he's gonna be the oldest living hero, aka the oldest living giant, I assume. Something like that. So, he's almost like 400 years old, Ja Rule. Hey, there might be a chance. Harjin, easy 400 years old. Maybe 500. He might be half a millennia old. Like if there's ever a two-piece. That's crazy. That's insane. I need to eat the fruit and take up Ragnir. So, okay. Oh my god, I forgot. Yeah. So again, hypothetical deep sea covenant with Herald's base stats being buffed, plus the fruit, and Ragnir. Apparently the sword's legendary, but it's also trash at the same time, but whatever. But all those stuff together, oh my god, yeah, like, they would have had a Yonko. A fucking Yonko would have been on their goddamn side. Maybe even stronger, like, yo, god damn. I won't let you have it, Loki. And then Loki running for his fucking life. Yo, these brave soldiers just fucking standing tall. Again, these giants, like regular giants, it's like you're like 5'5". You're trying to stop someone who's like over 7 feet tall. Good luck, buddy. And like they're ripped to shit. Like, okay. And by the way, they can't fucking die. These brave fucking soldiers, man. Holy shit. Speaking of brave. Oh, wow. Shanks and Gabon. They come in to deal some damage. Oh, they help. Okay. I mean, we do know at some point he does die, but, like, it's blamed on Loki. Gabon Shanks. Gabon, is that you? Ja Rule, what happened to you? Don't worry, my helmet saved me. You must please stop Herald. You can't let him catch Loki. No matter what. No matter how you slice it, we've landed ourselves in a real pinch now. Herald, open your eyes. Look at what you're doing now. Hey, Shanks, this immortality thing isn't half bad. I truly feel superior now. Damn it. Is there really no way to free him from having those orders in him? Then we go to the treasury. To the treasury. Here we go. Here we come. The box. What's in the box? What's in the box? Please open the box. This is it. Here is the forbidden devil fruit passed down within Elbaf. What the fuck is it? Also, hammer, Ragnir. Wait. Is the hammer shaking? Hold on, guys. Look at this panel for a second. Is the hammer... Dude, what the fuck's this hammer? The hammer is like clanking, like it's like, yes, pick me up, release me, I wish to fight. Like, this thing is ready to go. What the fuck? This thing is like, is it like the swords? Like, does it have a personality into it? More so, even, you can argue. More so, because, again, this thing's like... Hold on. Release me. I'm ready to fight. Right now. It's like, whoa! Mjolnir, a.k.a. Ragnir in this case. Alright, you're ready to fight. Why, though? Maybe it senses Emu? This is the forbidden devil fruit passed down within Elbaf. Huh? What the fuck? The hammer! The hammer! The hammer actually... The hammer actually flies at Loki. What's this thing? A surprised attack. Chapter 169 end. Holy crap. Okay, so... The hammer... Okay, so this hammer is really special. This hammer is, like, super mega special. Like, it was already, like, giga powerful and huge. And apparently no one else but Loki, supposedly, can lift it. Don't know why, but we're gonna find out. And we're still in the flashback. Oh, fuck. We're still here. But now, this thing has some fucking sentience to it. It has some weird sentient, like, existence to this. Again, more than, like, the swords. Like, Enma is already kind of, like, out there already with the magic sword property. This thing is a straight-up fucking magical hammer. I'm curious why Oda didn't show the arranged marriage between him and Lola in the flashback. Yeah, that's kind of weird. I assume because he's probably maybe going to say that for Loki. Like, we're going to get Loki, like, having a short mini, like, in... Oh, I almost dropped my water. I assume we're going to have Loki have, like, a kind of maybe flashback as he's, like, fighting, let's say, Emu or whatever. Like, my life has been total shit. And then he thinks about, like, his entire life journey, and maybe we'll, like, see a snip panel of Lola. There is a theory that maybe that Big Mom made up the whole story. Like, she was going to initiate a plan with Loki to marry Lola, but, like, they never actually met, and thus, like, it's not actually a real contract, and this goes into the idea, like, he was already arranged to, whoever, you know, Shirahoshi, when it came to that pact with, Herald and, oh my god, King Neptune, and then the, Shaggy over the transponder snail might be Shirahoshi. So there's like a lot of theories right there. But to why exactly we didn't see Lola here, I mean, people have already started to complain that we were here too long in this flashback. Maybe it was like, all right, fine, we won't do it now. But I could see it be saved for Loki later on, potentially, if the contract was actually real or not. I mean, it would be really cool to see Linlin and Herald interact. That would be kind of cool. That would be dope. Maybe it's after this moment, though. It could be like Herald's already dead. Loki is now left as the de facto leader of Elbaf until maybe Harujin comes back. Maybe? Yeah, I don't know. Going post-Herald's going to be interesting because at some point, we still haven't gotten this moment, but at some point, he's going to have to see Shanks as an enemy and maybe blames him for his dad's death somehow. Then he's going to go out to sea, fight Shanks, lose, get brought back to Elbaf, get chained up, and that's where he's been till recently. And he also knows where Shanks is. How, when, and where, we're like, that's still a bunch of stuff that we have to figure out with Loki. But yeah. So, to answer your question in a long roundabout way, we still have time, but Oda could be saving it, or maybe something that's not going to matter. Maybe. unfortunately. But anyway, main topic, I guess now, outside of the Herald stuff that we already talked about in between the chapter. Okay, so next chapter, whether or not it's going to be in this month or it's going to be into the new year, whenever that's going to be, like, I think usually in January we get about, like, one chapter, really, because of all the breaks and stuff. So the only chapter in January, which could be late January, we might, keywords might, get a hint at the fruit. I still think Oda might save, like, the fruit's real identity and, like, what Loki can really do once we're out of the flashback. Once that happens, we're going to get the whole kick-caboodle with his powers, how Imu operates a little bit more in detail when they're going up against Luffy, like the Domi Reversi. We're going to get a lot more details on that. What is the way to beat Imu in the immortality stuff? Like, again, like Gabon said, it's more than just Conqueror's Haki, but is a key to that. It's like, okay, then what's the key? So, like, these are a lot of questions that we have that could be answered now, but probably aren't going to be answered because we're going to have, like, an immediate follow-up with all of this stuff when we're out of the flashback. That could be the idea. But the hammer is even more special. It's even more special now because it might have some sentience to it. Like, again, Enma on roids. It's Enma on roids. That's crazy. But I guess maybe some people did think that. Also, I'm trying to look at the treasure chest. Is there any kind of details that we could see? Like, there's an anchor. There's an anchor on the treasure chest. And there's, like, whatever this symbol is right here. Like, these little, like, leaf maybe things. But it feels, off the design of the treasure chest, it has a nautical theme to it. So if that's the case, what could this fruit be then? If the treasure chest symbol actually matters. If it matters. Because there's a lot of theories about it having earth properties, some way to move land, shape-shifting, you know, a mythical Zoan fruit, a Logia fruit, OP Paramecia fruit. Like, what are we thinking? What are we thinking? But what if at the last minute, when Imu was about to destroy Elbaf, the Big Mom pirates suddenly came and helped Straw Hat beat Imu? I mean, help would be a strong word, but they could interject and there could be like a enemy of my enemy is a friend kind of situation, but sure. Like, I could see maybe Katakuri come. Maybe there's been an idea like Katakuri could come and make a deal with Luffy to help save their sister. And that's how we get, like, more plot lines leading to Blackbeard. All roads should lead to Blackbeard being the final villain for Luffy, as far as I'm concerned. Big Mom herself, I know there's a lot of theories on, like, she still has to come here. There's a whole, like, plot point with her and, like, Elbaf still to be resolved. I would like it, and a lot of other people would like it because Luffy can then fight against Big Mom, like, as a true 1v1 fight. That might be kind of cool. I don't know, because now that Imu's here, it kind of throws everything like that out of the way. It's like, maybe there's a possibility. I'm not going to say no, but I don't know, man. Big Mom, yeah, if she's going to come in, she's going to have to come in soon once we're out of the flashback and, like, make her appearance known. But I won't say it's impossible. And a very strange, Caramel didn't appear in the flashback, which took up many chapters. She wasn't even mentioned, even in the flashback of Loki's birth. She's not shown. Yeah. One can argue because we already know what kind of went on during that time when Loki was born. So it's kind of like, because we already saw that with Big Mom's flashback, we don't need to see it, and we know that they're not going to be there that long anyway after Loki's born. So it's like, it's kind of irrelevant. But, like, yeah, like, Harold, you know, was around doing stuff pre his kids being born, and we don't really see her. She for a long time apparently was, like, an activist from the world standpoint for the Giants. We don't really see her at all, or even mentioned, which is crazy because Harold was trying to spread the good word of the Giants. You would have thought, like, at some point, he would have ran into her, had a conversation, would have mentioned her, like, I'm doing my job. She, Mother Caramel, is also doing her job to spread the good word of the Giants. Even though we know the truth, she's selling the Giants to Cypher Pole and also orphans of anyone that are coming to Elbaf to be, indoctrinated. So, we don't get anything there. Not really. Like, she also, at some point, gives over John Giant to the Marines. And that's at, like, Harold, I think, like, trying to become an active world government affiliated nation. That's pre that. We don't see when that happens, but again, you are right. Mother Caramel not being at least mentioned once or twice, or even appearing at all, even before Loki's birth, is definitely kind of odd. I don't know. Also, hold on. I just realized something. Let's go back to when the Rocks Pirates were in Elbaf. I could be dumb here, and I probably am. When the Rocks Pirates showed up, Big Mom's not a part of the crew yet, is she? Because I was going to say, if that's the case, wait a minute. I feel like that would be a whole big deal. Like, they would not want her back on the island. Let me see this. Let me see the panel. No, the main ones that we see, like, he gets first is Whitebeard, Cheeky, Stussy. I think we see... Let me see. I know we see, like, a couple of them. Yeah, that's it. Like, that's, like, the main ones. And then, like, they come back and forth every now and again to, like, recruit Harold was the idea. No, she's not here. She's not here at this point, which would make sense. It's like, she can't come back to the island. The Giants said, no, bitch, you're not allowed back on after the whole Mother Caramel thing. And then, again, to the Lola thing, we know that that also goes south for her relationship with the Giants. That was her last-ditch effort. We haven't gotten anything like that yet. But yeah, it's just Don Marlowe, Shiki, Guzan, Stussy, Wang Ji, Whitebeard. Yeah, he doesn't have her yet. Rox doesn't have her yet. Or maybe she didn't come with, but most likely he didn't acquire her. Like, the first people that join Rox's crew looks to be, or like, join, is Whitebeard, Stussy, and Shiki. Like, these three right here are the Zoro, Sanji, and Nami of Luffy's crew. Afterwards, it's up to your interpretation. I like to think Don Marlowe genuinely, like, joined his crew because he was interested. Don Marlowe seemed like a real one. I'm gonna be honest. Then we have Wang Ji, then Gazan. Those are, like, the next ones. And then at some point, we do know that the Rocks Pirates are going to consist of, at some point, Gloriosa joins. We don't see, like, the exact moment when that happens, but he gets Gloriosa. At some point, before this is formed, although it's inconsistent with Kaido joining the the Rocks Pirates, he's gonna also get Kaido. But by that point, Big Mom's already been in the crew. At some point, he gets Captain John. Streusen comes with Big Mom. At some point, he gets Barbell. That's his name. We also don't see Gunbuster get a fucking screen title, and I'm kind of sad about that. But excuse me, Gunbuster at some point joins, and like the day that, like, you know, the Rocks Pirates Elites, you want to say this, is officially formed, Silver Axe also joins at that point. So all those people of the Rocks Pirates are formed around this point. But nonetheless, you don't see Harold talk about Big Mom in any capacity. Not really. This is a good panel, too. This is a really good cover. Yo, like, the color spreads for this flashback have been really good. They've been really, really good. Yeah, like this one, this was cute. This was fun. This one pissed me off, but, like, it was cute. And then the most recent one. Godly. But yeah, so this is the Rocks Pirates. Again, also, Gunbuster's not here. I actually just realized that. What the fuck? Wait, Gunbuster is... Why, Oda? Like, you mentioned him... Gilbaster, excuse me, not Gunbuster. I don't know why I keep calling him that. But, like, you mentioned he's part of the Rocks Pirates in the SBS. This is the dude that we see on the Rocks Pirates with the sunglasses, because apparently he wore sunglasses in the in his original storyline. We see him, like, you know, throughout the flashback. Why is he not on the lineup? Like, I get, like, for an Easter egg and stuff. Also, yeah, like, the guy with, like, the hook swords, we don't really focus on him too much. Oh, wait, does really? Gilbastard has 4 arms in the manga? He does? So that wasn't Hogback's mutation. That wasn't his mutation. That was genuinely something he was born with. Like, he was Sukuna. Yeah, this guy had 4 arms? Oh, no, why the fuck are you not... why are you not showing this guy? Why the fuck are you not showing Gilbastard? Alright, man. That's crazy. Hold on. I'll be right back. All right. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why Oda has this weird selective choosing for some of these Rocks Pirates member. Because this guy has 4 arms. Like, yeah. Let me see it, man. Okay. Well, either way. No, like, there he has regular arms. But, well, I guess when, like... Let me see. Is he in the lineup here? No, they just fucking edited him there. Let me see. Here? No, it looks like he has regular... Like, yeah, he has 2 arms there. So, can he grow 4 arms? Or maybe Oda didn't know... Maybe Oda just genuinely didn't know what to do with him. Maybe Oda genuinely didn't know what to do with him. Gilbastard's just weird. He's just fucking weird. I don't know. Okay, let me see more from the chat. And very strange yeah. But it's impossible the Blackbeard Pirates burned Mary Joie because their powers is nothing compared to the 5 elders, especially since Garland joined. Listen, guys, I know this sounds crazy, but I promise you, Blackbeard is gonna do some crazy shit against the Gorosei, against Imu. Like, there is a high likelihood, because of their covenant pact, if Blackbeard's going up against Imu and activates the Yami Yami fruit, that might then in proxy nerf everyone that has a pact with the Gorosei. I'm sorry, with Emu. That, like, it's a domino effect. Like, it's a chain effect. That Blackbeard, with his Yami Yami fruit, against Emu, fucks the entire Gorosei squad and Holy Knights, thereby making it a much more even field for his boys to get in there. But yes, you are correct, where I do feel like a lot of the Blackbeard pirates are kind of all over the place when it comes to strength level. Although, from what we've seen from Summer and Killingham, I feel like without the immortality factor, I feel like they're not that great either. So it wouldn't be a crazy fight difference. But yeah, Blackbeard would definitely go up against Emu. So it's like you have to take out the Elders, which include Garling now, who got a buff. Who are you going to send in? Well, you have Aokiji. So Aokiji can definitely take someone. But then it's like, you're now going to have to, like, again, assume the Blackbeard nerf happens as he's fighting Emu because of the Yami Yami fruit. Like, Emu cannot give his vestiges his power because he has to focus on Blackbeard because of the Yami Yami power. So then, by that proxy, the Elders lose their powers. So they have to rely on their actual skills and whatnot against the Blackbeard pirates. But that's still, like, if you take away their powers, how strong the Elders? They might be like first division commanders. Maybe. So, like, again, Aokiji, let's say he goes up against Garling. And then, or again, I'm totally fine with this because this would actually give him something to do. You can have Dragon at the same time go up to the Holy Land. He's fighting, let's say, Garling, and maybe the Elders at the same time, like the other four, which would be kind of crazy to think about. But, like, maybe that's what's happening. Aokiji maybe runs into Kong or Akainu, and then the rest of the Blackbeard pirates are dealing with the Holy Knights, which includes Shamrock. Meanwhile, Blackbeard makes his way to Emu. They're going to have their fight. He uses Yami Yami fruit. It nerfs Emu, whatever his power is, and by proxy, all of his followers, they lose their powers, or something akin to that. Thus, their fights against the Blackbeard pirates become a lot different. They become a lot different story. I could see this. And I have a wild take. I really do. I wonder if anyone's actually thought about this. I have a crazy take that if Blackbeard wins, which I hope he does, if he wins, he takes Emu's powers. Now is he going to give it to his squad so that way they have a power boost? I think the Elders are going to get defeated, but I think this would be kind of neat if Aokiji also is not a fully committed Blackbeard pirate member. What if Shamrock joins willingly under Blackbeard when all said is done? He kills Emu, he takes the Great One's powers, he gives it to his crew. Garling is like the last one standing, seeing all this. Shamrock's there too. Garling says, let's kill him together. Because, sure. Shamrock, not because he remembers his mom or anything or like that. It's, he sees an opportunity. He takes the opportunity, kills Garling as a sign of, hey, I want to join up. Why? Because I see the opportunity for myself. And that's how Blackbeard gets a monster of a fighter like Shamrock's to join his crew. So that way, if Aokiji is a flake, hey, guess what? I got Shamrock. I have Shamrock. And he then does that under the accord of, I'm going to be in charge of the God Knights. I'm going to be by, like, facto elder status. So, like, if Blackbeard gets the powers of Emu, he will grant Shamrock a deep sea covenant equivalent. He's going to still keep his Cerberus powers, maybe even more. He'll get the teleportation circle, all that jazz. And as that and the status, under Blackbeard, he promises to A, serve him, B, keep the other celestial dragons in line, and then C, by doing so, this then will pull the wool over all the government agents and Marines asking questions like, hey, is it true that the Blackbeard pirates invaded the Holy Land? And guess what Shamrock's gonna do? There is no war in the Holy Land. Men in Black style, just... Ding. Nope. Blackbeard pirates invade the Holy Land? Couldn't be. Nonsense. Nonsense. He's going to be his cover-up guy to make sure no one's the wiser that Blackbeard took the empty throne from Emu, and thus he's the ruler of the world, and the Marines and the world government are essentially serving a pirate's whim. I think that's would be amazing, A, and that's plausible. I really do. I really, really do. So, yeah, listen, the elders and their stuff would be tricky for Blackbeard and his crew, but given the right circumstances, they're going to come away walking with an amazing feat. Because, again, I think Blackbeard deserves to be the final villain. That could be just me. That could be me, but I believe that. Most likely, Guild Bastard only joined as the last moment of the Rocks Pirates. Could be. I can see that. One last thing before we go. Well, I mean, there's a couple of things here we can talk about. So, going in reverse order. So, again, we talked about the fruit, the hammer. Like, what could that be about? We have Emu taking more control of, Harold. He stabs Ja Rule, which we all saw coming. Gabon and Shanks are coming in, so that's kind of cool. That's kind of neat. He is asking Loki to, please take care of the people, become the new king, which is cool. That's cool to see. Has a lot of implications on, legacy pieces for Harajin and stuff. Before that, we do get into the legendary sword, apparently, of Harald, where he has apparently a legendary sword he gets from Ja Rule, which I'm now wondering, is that part of the 12 Supreme Blades? Let me look them up. The 12 Supreme Blades that we know of as of right now. No, I don't want to use AI search. Fuck off, Google. Alright, so as of right now, confirmed is Yoru, the Shodai Katetsu, Murakagumi, which is Whitebeard's sword, Ace, which is Roger's sword, and Yakuzo Kasen. We don't know about Shanks' sword Griffin, but I'm probably gonna venture a guess that Shanks' sword is probably a supreme grade blade. If I'm going to guess. I'm going to guess it probably is. It probably is. So that, let's say that's 6. So we're still missing 6 supreme grade blades. There's supposed to be 12 of them. Where are the other 6? Maybe this is one of them, which is kind of crazy to think. Gonna chuck away a supreme grade sword. I'm going Magic Hammer, which is kind of a crazy take, and Mihawk fans are probably dying right now because of that. Okay. But yeah, so there's that. Again, the controlling aspect, him pleading and stuff. That's, interesting. Loki and him have a clash, which is cool. We talked about this, but with the Covenant stuff, that was great getting more clarification on that. There is a range and stuff. But then, again, the Shanks stuff just kind of, for me, hashes more about, damn, Harold, you really were naive. You, if Shanks could put it together, fuck me, man. You should absolutely have. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Shanks apparently already has a red-haired pirate crew at this time, which is interesting that he already has that. Harold didn't know he was immortal. He didn't understand that was true or not. Yeah. And then Shanks finds out about Ace in the first chapter, or like the first page, which is, again, has a lot of implications. There's a theory that maybe he did want to feed Shanks the Gum Gum fruit. Maybe he did. Maybe he genuinely wanted that for Shanks, and that's for some particular reason or another. Not too sure, but that could be. That could be something there. Yeah. Okay, let me see. So, imagine the 5 elders were defeated by Blackbeard pirates because they were folded by Devon's transformation into Saturn and began to question the truth of whether Imu really killed them. So, I mean, that's going to have to come into play somehow. Like, Devon's, like, transformation, it was hinted at with her touching Saturn. But, yeah, like, that's, again, going to be a weird thing of, like, hey, is no one communicating with each other? Does no one want to talk about, like, A, Saturn's gone, B, Garling's here, C, if he does come back, why are people going to get confused on that? It's like, do you guys just not talk to each other? Again, like the Straw Hats? Like, yeah. But Saturn being used, aka Devon using that power, Lafitte sneaking in, which we already know he can do. Like, again, keep in mind, Lafitte has already entered the Holy Land once before. When it came to Sengoku being there, the warlords were there, the elders were there. At the time, we didn't know, but the God Knights were there. It's like, Luffy has already, on several occasions now, proven he's a sneak master. He is. So it's like, the Blackbeard Pirates getting up there is not going to be an issue. It's really not. If anyone's going to have a hard time getting up there, apparently it's Dragon and his forces, but, yeah. Yeah, like, they're going to get up there, man. They're going to get up there. Yeah. It's going to be great. I can't wait. All right. Guys, get out your last questions now, because we were running behind the schedule. The plan was to already kind of be over with the chapter, but this was a really good chapter, so I'm actually grateful for that. But, like, we do have to get to JoJo's, and we got to get to the Great Estate. We got to get to their read-through, so we're going to have to, like, unfortunately push along and wrap up the stream. So if you have any, like, last bit of comments that you want to talk about with this chapter and your predictions for, like, maybe the next chapter, like, that could come out this year, maybe? Where you think the hammer is going? Like, what plot line's that? How are you guys, again, feeling about Harold? Like, do you guys think this kind of hurts Harold's character more so than you guys were thinking? Because for me, this, like, solidifies a lot of the issues that I've been having. By the way, next episode is One Piece. Oh, in One Piece, Saturn's cooked. Yes, right. I think we have, like, 2 more episodes, and then we're going to go be on break, and we're going to go into weekly. Or seasonal. Oh, man. Next episode, Saturn being cooked. Oh, that's going to be a good one. I saw the Joy Boy one. Or, you know, the Hockey Knot. That was well done. And they're taking a lot of liberties. But at the same time, maybe some new information is being showcased through the Hockey Knot, through the anime's depiction of it. Which I thought was very cool. Very, very cool. And Bonnie doing her Nika punch was also really dope. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm going to call it for One Piece. I got to get into JoJo's. We're falling behind. So, guys, thank you guys for coming out. Really appreciate it. When the next One Piece chapter is going to be out, we'll be here for it. Whether it's going to be this month, later on, or it's going to be in the new year. Stick tuned to that. We're going to go into JoJo's right now. So, if you are up for that, come on by. Then we're going to try and get to the Great Estate. Hopefully we can do that. Yeah. And if you want more One Piece stuff, tomorrow I will be hopefully at King of Lightning's Tier 3 discussion. So If you guys are curious about more of my takes and the conversations that will unfold, go there. Yeah. See you at 1,170 in 2028. Yeah, probably. Probably will be the case. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. The first chapter of the new year. If we get the Devil Fruit's name in the new year, that's going to be good. That's going to be really good. Like, we've been hyping this fruit up. We have been hyping this fruit up. Like, this fruit has been getting gassed. Like, it may genuinely be on par with the Nika fruit, which is insane to think about. Like, outside of Emu and Blackbeard's fruit, like, another fruit could be, like, somewhat up there. Crazy. Crazy. But, yeah, this fruit, we're getting there, man. We're going to get there. And, again, the hammer. Magic hammer. We need explanations on. All right, guys. I'm ending the stream. I already have a stream ready to go for JoJo, so we're going to go right into it. Take care. Stay safe. Happy holidays, by the way. Again, we talked about it in the beginning. No matter what you celebrate, I hope you have a good time for the end of this month. Everyone has a good New Year's if I don't see you until post-New Year's. And, yeah, take care. Enjoy the festivities and spread goodwill if you can. If you can. Oh, stay hydrated. I don't know if I said that. Stay hydrated. Everyone in chat, VOD gang, peace for One Piece until the New Year's. Stay tuned for other stuff.